What kind of world do we want to leave for generations to come? Today, we rely on fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas to power our lives. These fossil fuels release gases into the air when they are burned, causing smog, acid rain, and other pollutions. They also may be changing our climate's patterns worldwide, causing global warming and the greenhouse effect. Fossil fuels are non-renewable and eventually they are going to run out. This is why our generation needs to take action in providing alternative energy sources that can be used on a daily basis. Energy sources that won't damage the environment and that can last nearly a lifetime. As Samuel Hugh states in his article, Climate and Energy, on page 499, the shift toward a green economy will require a transition to make the energy system independent from fossil fuels. Although we are not ready to make the instant change from fossil fuels to renewable resources, it is a switch we are going to have to make gradually as we look ahead to the future. So what are fossil fuels and how much fossil fuels are left in the world today? Fossil fuels are produced from once living plants and animals that lived millions of years ago. They are found in Earth's crust as concentrated organic compounds. Fossil fuels make today's life possible. However, they are becoming very scarce due to the large demand. According to Phelan in Energy, A Bright Future, on page 18, most experts believe the world's oil reserve will only last 30 to 40 more years. They also believe coal is more abundant and can last a couple hundred years yet, but sooner or later all of Earth's fossil fuels are going to run out. Air pollution, global warming, acid rain, and many other disasters are all results from our dependency on fossil fuels. Many of our environmental problems stem from the dependency we have for fossil fuels. Air pollution puts good health at risk. Fossil fuels do produce important pollutants, but on the contrary release other particles such as nitrogen oxide that combine with the positive pollutants in the atmosphere to produce the tropospheric ozone, the main component of smog. Smog is the yellowish-brown haze or cloud that is seen above many cities. Exposure to smog can aggravate the lungs, causing shortness of breath, bronchitis, and even pneumonia. Over time, permanent lung damage can be a result from being exposed to smog. Global warming is another major concern that has been generated from the burning of fossil fuels. Since the late 1800s, it has been recorded that the average global surface temperature has risen 0.5 to 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit. The rise in the surface temperature can be linked to the significant amount of carbon dioxide that is being released due to the burning of fossil fuels. Over the last 150 years, there has been a 33% increase in the amount of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere, and it appears that it could be on its way to doubling, according to Greg Easterbrook in his article, Greenhouse Common Sense. Scientists predict that the planet will become warmer in the next century if the level of carbon dioxide continues to rise. Temperature increases could result in a handful of problems. Sea levels may rise because of ocean waters becoming warmer and melting glaciers, causing flooding of wetlands, rivers, and populated areas. According to Mark DeLucia in his article, Meeting the World's Needs Through Wind, Water, and Solar Power, on page 30, he states that the possibility of the Arctic being nearly ice-free could come as early as the summer of 2020. That is less than 5 years away. Extreme weather events may also take place as a result of altered weather patterns. So what can be done about the world's over-reliance on fossil fuels? Scientists are hard at work developing alternative energy sources to combat this problem associated with fossil fuels. The new initiative resources they are developing are referred to as renewable resources. This means that they can be reused over and over again. At present, some of the technologies associated with renewable resources are not yet cost-effective, but technological development is making them more affordable all the time. Renewable resources harness the natural energy all around without damaging the environment. Some examples of renewable resources are hydro, wind, and solar power. Hydroelectric power, often referred to as hydropower, is produced by moving water. The water flows through a dam that activates a turbine that runs through a generator. The generator then produces the electricity. Solar energy comes from the sun. An apparatus called a solar panel is placed in direct rays of the sun. Within the solar panel are thin sheets called solar cells made of silicon. When sunlight hits the silicon, it releases a flow of electrons that are an electrical current. Hence, you have electricity. Becky Clay states that the demand for solar energy has increased 41% in 2013 in her article Free, Clean, and Limitless on page 56. Wind energy is currently the world's largest growing alternative energy source. Large windmills, usually referred to as wind turbines, have large blades that catch the wind that use it to operate generators. All of the alternative sources I have mentioned have the potential to play a significant role in moving the United States and the world out of our energy crisis and into an era where our energy future is bright. We need to get away from our reliance on fossil fuels. Renewable resources can provide us with a clean, reliable way of getting energy needed to sustain the lifestyle we enjoy now and that we want to pursue or preserve for the future generation.